Tree each.
I'm doing an orchard.
Eh?
I'm doing an orchard.
A whole orchard, fantastic.
I don't know what we're doing this morning.
I love it, Dan.
I've written
I bet you thought, oh, the library's open, I might as well go through a book. No, it's not open.
Okay. I brought a book. This came through our
Never seen that.
things, and I thought if I don't put it in the library, I'll go and give it to the Green Man.
Oh, what is it?
It's the
The
story
Green Man.
about the Green Man.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
mythical figure.
So it came through your door?
No. I mean, it came through with the car boot stuff.
Oh,
the
right,
other stuff
okay.
comes through, and I don't sell it. I put it into other places.
Yeah.
And I felt that should be put in the library or in the Green Man. I don't know how he is for
As long as you don't get chip fat all over it.
Well, yeah, there's that. But I'll leave it here.
Sorry, I'm just
That's
making my
my
notes.
good
Okay,
so I can't read the stinky
David
chip
says it's
fat.
coming, but it's going to be late.
Okay. I keep looking at all these developments and planning
Morning.
maps.
Oh, morning.
How are you? Hello, sweetheart.
It's not like a snowman without any snow.
I'll have one. I'll have one. Do you want to borrow mine? No, I've seen you since when? Before Christmas. Go on, go over to Diana List.
No one else? No?
Yeah, like yes.
Or did your lurgy spoil your Christmas?
Happy New Year, love.
Sorry.
Can I just
No.
say,
No, it's good.
the more I
Didn't
look
change
at
my
the
expectations,
developers,
no.
the more I read, and the more I understand, I do feel we're wasting our energy trying to stop them. What I feel we should be doing is looking at them and making sure
The
there
best
is
is
a
a bad job.
botanical person on the planning committee to make sure they include hedges and trees
Yeah.
and grass.
Yeah.
We've got all the arguments against the planning that we
Yeah.
need. I don't feel any efforts being made by going down the same road. We don't want paved areas, we want grassed areas because grass is stress releasing. Trees, leaves, anything that's green absorbs pollution. So the more we build, the more we have to plant. And instead of fighting them, let's say, right, we'll work with you. We're not going to let you just do little boxes with no gardens and paint
So we're not
drives.
letting him
We're
sit
going
at
to
the
insist you do
Well,
that.
besides-
trying to include
Besides that,
Lawns
no,
and trees
I don't need.
and bushes. If you've got to build ecologically.
Yeah.
And I think whenever we just keep
Well, is
saying
there somebody
no,
on the
no, no,
council who has got
I'm
that
not
to read
aware
it?
of that.
Right, okay.
But we
We
went
should be able to find that out, surely.
to me, they should be on every planning committee. It's somebody
Yeah,
that
yeah.
understands it. Nurseryman.
Well, it's such
Or
high profile,
botanical.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, go on then.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm done.
Time to get going. Right. Before we
Can I
begin,
also say something?
Yeah.
Sorry, I sent you a note to say I won't
yeah,
get
no, you're fine.
Well, I've ignored the person who's supposed to be at my house, right? So I might get a phone call saying, where
Yeah,
am I?
fine, no worries.
Not my fault.
I've got one of those criminals right there,
Uh,
Right, well, just before you start, I'm not here as part of the committee.
Active.
Oh, right.
I am just Dr. Doon. So
Okay.
I'm not attending and there were no apologies.
have you pressed play now?
Sorry?
Have you pressed play?
Yeah.
Okay, right then. Okay, welcome to today's Dunchurch Neighbourhood Plan Advisory Committee. First thing, introductions. Let's introduce, we all know who we are, because there's nobody new here. Nobody knows. So I'm Marie Thompson.
And Jan G. Russell.
Ken Knox.
Oh, me.
Yeah, who's you? Do you want me to say who you
David.
are?
David.
Jane Thornton Weeks.
Point 2, apologies. I haven't received any apologies from Resonat because he's away in the country and Tony Davies can't make it. I haven't heard from Malvin though.
Right.
So he's meant to be coming, so I hope he's alright. I've really got that right. Declarations of interest. Does anybody have any in relation to any of this agenda? I have none.
Can you just bear with me a minute?
Yeah.
Go all the way through.
If we did have a declaration of interest, what would have to happen? Would the person have to leave the group or?
It depends on what the declaration of interest is. So if it's a pecuniary interest, so you're going to get money from it, then yes. But if it's just to say, my son-in-law is connected to the borough council, then you just make it out of it. As far as I'm aware, that's what I've been told before.
Absolutely fine.
Okay, moving to point 4. We need to agree a chair of the Neighbourhood Plan Advisory Committee. And I'm aware we haven't got 3 other members here, and Paul is not given any apologies, but he is in the crowd. So I think for the purpose, do you want to agree a chair for this meeting or a chair of the whole committee for right now? What do you think?
Is this a separate body dealing with separate
Yes,
issues?
so
or
I
is it
can't
all
be chair
part?
of, so the parish council is not meant to run the neighbourhood plan. The neighbourhood plan is meant to run separately,
Who was the previous?
Robinette. Thank you. So,
What do you see as the likely responsibilities of the chair, it being as we're quite a long way through the process? What is left?
I think they will, all the chair really does is run a meeting. That's all the chair is meant to do. Everybody else has equal importance. You're all meant to step in, they're all meant to be part of it. A chair, all they're meant to do is run a meeting. That's it.
Is not this meeting already in existence? The group.
Yes.
The group is.
They've done loads of
They've been doing
work.
it.
But there's no chair.
There's no chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're trying
Robin
to,
was, but he resigned.
Okay.
yeah, so we're trying to
Chairs.
establish it and to get it back up and running so we progress it with forward. So we've been doing that so far. I think we've been doing a good job.
So, sorry, but just to ask my question again, but in a different way. So what's left to be done is agreement on the questionnaire, which probably isn't going to take too long. Then arrangements for distribution of the questionnaire.
That's today, yeah.
And then they will be returned by post or by hand to
So
some
they're being
place.
returned to the Stratford district people.
Right.
Simon, I've got his name now, Simon. He will do the data analysis. While that's happening, he thinks it's a good idea that we meet this Neil Pearce gentleman, who was our consultant that they've already agreed, and we meet with him. He comes to a meeting with us, and then we take the next steps then.
And the next steps are likely to be actually turning the results of the questionnaire into a formal policy.
Yeah.
And thereafter, if that policy is required to comment on developments in the parish, is that what the committee would remain in existence and
I think
come
so.
up?
The committee is in existence and it's finished.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. Does it finish, or does it then
Is
carry
it
on in
maintained until
perpetuity?
2031?
No, it's maintained until the plan is established.
Right,
And
okay.
then it's done.
And
So it
then,
has a shelf life of maybe 2 years?
Yeah, it's like basically it's a project. It's like a
Yeah.
project.
so when it's done, it's lodged with the borough,
With the Borough Council.
right? And they are obliged to
They're
consult it and report to whom?
us. They report back. So they agree. and
What
they
do you mean by us? Do you mean the parish council or the
to Dunchurch Parish, not the parish council. The parish council, as I understand it, doesn't really have anything to do with the neighbourhood plan.
No, so I come back to my point then. If it ceased to exist,
Who would you call that?
what function would it be other than saying, oh yeah, we've looked at it?
Oh no, so it comes back to the neighbour. It comes back to this group. The group then meets with the Borough Council and they discuss it's either going to go through happiness and joy, straight through, and because Simon's dealt with this before and this Neil Pearce has done this over 100 times, I think that's why they were chosen,
Right.
so they know the system inside out. So it should be seamless, I think, is the...
Yeah, and then it's in place.
Once it's
And they are
all
then
placed,
obliged.
it takes about 18 months to 2 years. So I think we're already in months, so hopefully within 18 months. Because apparently there's certain stages take a certain amount of time, and that's the data I have asked for that I haven't received yet. I've asked for it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
No, I don't want to be
Oh.
chair, thank you. I'm more than willing to attend the meeting, but I'd like to suggest Erica.
experience. I'm not very good at group meetings and that kind of thing, and I just don't think I would be a good person. I wish I was, but I really don't think I would.
You wouldn't like the opportunity.
I know it sounds like an opportunity, I just don't think that I could do it easily. I don't think I'd do a good job.
Because you get all the
Also-
support.
We'd help you. And you'd have the clerk's help. When we have our new clerk, the clerk would help me and give it to meetings and do things that she could do.
The reason I'm saying it, because one, I think you're an extremely calm person. Two, I think you've got an extensive knowledge and an aerial knowledge of this lovely village that we live in. I think your contributions to meetings is really, really sound. And, you know, for all those reasons, and I think you, personally, having known and met and been a chair many, many times, I think you've got the right attributes to do the job very well, because you're not the sort of person, I don't think, who is going to be pulled here or there or likes the sound of their own voice. You don't need to be that person. You need to be a person who's got the sort of helicopter approach, which I see you having, because of what you do as a profession. You look, you know, at the whole sort of thing, and that's why I wanted to suggest you. And along with David, and I think everybody else around the table, whatever support you needed, I personally would give you.
I honestly haven't thought of doing it because I'm just not that sort of thing. I tend to try into the background, to be honest.
No pressure at
I
all.
can think about it.
Yeah.
But it's an opportunity. We'll be fully supported by all of us. Agreed, everybody? And when it comes to, I don't know, talking in public, or you can always delegate certain things as well. So say certain things that you wouldn't want to talk about, you could say, Ken, could you talk about this? Jane, could you talk about this? Dave, could you just want to talk about this? Marie, could you do that? And I think we all as a team have to say, yes, we're willing to do that. Because that's also, I think sometimes people, and that's the chair, they often go and do everything.
Yeah.
To me, that's not how a team or a group or a project should always function.
I know sometimes chairs do take over and then everyone
Yes, that's right.
doesn't
And
do
that-
it.
But that's
No.
a power control thing, and that's where, that's poor leadership, to be honest.
It is. You're the conductor of an
Yeah.
orchestra. The
And you're
orchestra.
quite organised,
I
and
mean,
you've shown
you
that
do.
already. Certain things, and you communicate really well, so that's when you just need to be able to communicate to everybody, which you do already, and be organised, which you do already, and just going through simple steps, and then asking everybody certain questions. That's really it. In terms of if there's any then a confrontation or something, I would be the first person ever to step in and go, no, that's not acceptable, or I'm sure David wouldn't, or Ken would, or Jack would, or all of us would, going forward, so.
No, I was going to say, just what you said, confrontation is not very likely, because we're all working towards the same
Same
No,
goal.
end.
exactly.
But, sorry to keep on about this, but you mentioned the clerk, and yet you say that this is not a parish council
Yeah.
business, so would the clerk actually be involved?
So when we interviewed her,
Yes.
and we asked her about how she got neighbourhood plan background she had,
Yes.
and then we did say, could she assist with the neighbourhood plan, which she'd be willing to do. So if the council agrees, yes, in order to get this off the ground going, she can help them at meetings, and she's happy to do it, which she previously said she is, then, because that's sometimes also connecting to the right people at the council, having that, and Warwickshire County Council having that access of knowing the right people, which she does, is so valuable.
Yeah, she did say it. Are we allowed to say what she said at her interview? No, we understand from the interview process that she has a lot of experience in planning issues from her previous role.
Yeah. Hence was the chat. Okay.
So one more thing.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, no.
People who aren't here,
Yeah.
I mean, if Erica decides she doesn't want to, are there any of those three, is it, that are not here that
Des has
might
previously
be
said,
interested?
I've asked him since day one, because he's very vocal. He's said no several
Right,
times,
okay.
but he might change his mind.
He would be good, but he's not here that
Yeah,
much.
it's
He goes out to the
consistency.
country to strange
Mm.
places like Angola. I said he is away for quite substantial periods.
Yeah.
And I don't think that helps, does
No,
it?
no.
Unfortunately, much.
Not at the moment, anyway, definitely.
Okay. Okay, so do you want to do it this meeting, or do you want me to carry on and you have a think?
How soon have we got to appoint a chairman?
You meant to have rules since day one, so we should really have one.
We had one, and
They've
again,
resigned,
we're not.
so we're in limbo, we're trying to progress forward. So in order for a chair, really, a chair just runs a meeting and the next steps they delegate so they need to do, right, do you agree this action, do you agree that action, we're going to do this. That's it.
I don't know you.
Erica.
No, knowing your name doesn't mean I know you, does it? But I mean, from your pal here, I think so wonderfully of you.
And I don't know you very well.
No,
It's just the way
no,
you
no.
present.
No. The point is, what I think it sounds like you have is a lot of knowledge about all this stuff from years. I don't have any of that. I'm capable of managing something, but I don't have that history. So but I understand your concerns as well. If you wanted a vice chair that would help you with certain things, then I'm happy to do that.
Yes.
And so maybe I bring something you're not comfortable with, you bring a lot I have no knowledge of.
Yep.
So
That works.
if that would work. Like, for example, if you wanted me to run a meeting, if that's something you're not happy about, I'm quite happy to do that. But I have really zero knowledge on the history of this process. Yeah. And I think the chair needs that.
I think that would work.
That's a good
The
idea.
thing I'm most worried about is running meetings, to be honest.
Well, I'm happy to run a meeting.
Good work. I mean, I feel there's a lot of knowledge I don't have because I don't have planning knowledge. But I do have knowledge of the process that we've done so far.
Yeah, which would, yeah.
That's
And
important.
we do need somebody here all the time.
It's
who
an
knows.
continuity.
Yeah, I don't have that.
No, none of us have.
No. So that would be perfect.
But we have an advisor, don't we, who does have planning knowledge.
Yeah, and they're going to meet with us and then they're going to train us so we should be as knowledgeable as possible about everything. So then we then can make informed decisions and plans and things.
That sounds a perfect solution.
Well, only if you don't know me either, of
I
course.
don't know, I need to have a bit of a think, but
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's
It's all
good.
right.
It's good. So
But I have no knowledge of the process or the history.
But that's why we
Yeah.
working together, draw on each other's strengths.
it's better that way anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes it is.
Always, yeah.
Then nobody feels overwhelmed.
That's what I
So provisionally, we're going to say the chair is Erica David, you're going to think about it. The vice chair to be David.
Do we need to vote on that formally?
We
Yeah,
do
the
we
camera.
do we
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we vote on the chair?
Okay.
do my hair.
Yes.
Too
I
late, it's the
think
moment.
I say yes.
Yes, definitely yes.
Unanimously agreed?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 That's perfect.
Okay.
Why is this being videoed?
Because it's allowed and Paul likes to have a
A
record.
video record of
Not
what's
illegal.
going on.
No,
No.
No, nothing legally
Because it's a
binding.
public meeting, you have a legal right to record any public meeting.
It is easier if we've got a record.
No, no problem.
Yeah,
Just-
absolutely.
What's our interpretation of
Right.
somebody's view of
Careful
what
what you
it's
Cut down all the swearing, yeah?
Don't scratch anything.
Okay. Right, moving on to sign a code of conduct. I emailed you a link to sign the form. Jane has signed it, Ken has signed it. Jane, because you're a councillor, I think you're all right.
Yeah, okay.
Erica says she's done it already. And we're deciding it now, marvellous. So that's just nice with their terms of reference that, the advisory committee's got.
And so where are these held?
In the office.
Okay. Right. 6th. I had to check.
Gosh, you're going to take on some decorations.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're waiting for
No,
this thing to
there's
do.
the change.
I was going to say, yeah.
Ours
the
was
ladies-
still a light last
the
night,
lady
but it
ones
won't
today
be a
in
light
the grill.
tonight.
I don't know whether you're going to take the village ones down.
Oh,
Today, it's actually today, I was
yes,
today.
just
Oh, have you?
The big Christmas tree, I think, was done yesterday.
They wanted help, didn't they? Is that a real tree?
Yeah.
What are they going to do with that? Is it
Shred it.
shredded? Shred it.
I think they go, there's a special place they get it, the sample.
Okay.
With the other ones. Okay, progress, right. Thank you for doing that, David. Right, number 6, formal approval of the MP questionnaire. You've all received a copy of it. It's been through various different stages and agreements. Do you agree with the current questionnaire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Unanimously agreed.
It was thoroughly reviewed, wasn't it?
Yes, would you like to say how we reviewed it several times, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah. I think quite a lot of people contributed.
Yes.
Lots of times.
Why?
Can
Did it? Why? What are you laughing at?
thoroughly.
Why?
So it's been
No, I
sorry,
agree.
okay.
Right,
Yes,
okay.
that's good.
Really?
Reading was good for the soul. Unanimously agreed. Okay, good. Formal approval of printing, circular distribution of the questionnaire. So we're going to say we're getting it printed by the district council for Simon.
Yeah.
We agreed that to pay the parish council money. Agreed, we're going to circulate, we're going to post it through doors, and then we're going to agree that. Everybody agree?
Who was the body who were going to do that? I can't recall.
But that's the next stage.
Oh, right, okay, so
That's point 8. No worries. So unanimously agree again?
yes, definitely.
Agreed.
It's trivial, do we have an exact area that we know is our parish? Because it just seems to move.
No, it doesn't.
Well, I'm not sure where we finish or what is
There
included.
is that on the parish council website.
Oh, right, good.
It's a Google map with the boundaries so you can zoom in, so you can actually see which side of the boundary your house
Let's
is.
see if I can show you.
It's interesting to have a small section of Draycott Water.
Yes.
Well, which bit? We'll have-
I wondered if that was from before the water was put in,
Well,
maybe.
it will do.
It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Well, it's got, the boundary's got to go somewhere.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to finish the
Something did come to mind a little while ago, I can't remember what program I was watching it. Are we aware of outlying farms and the possible need for help with them, for getting information to them? Do you know what I mean? People do live quite a way away, and this is why I was wondering about a map. If we could
Well,
highlight.
the idea, I think,
Right,
is that the questionnaire is going to go to everybody.
Yeah, and that would highlight where they are,
Yeah.
if possible.
And
Yes, that is
many
true.
people now have
That's because when I
electronic
was creating it before,
communication, so
It's French, isn't it?
they,
it's French,
they,
it's a different
they
language.
can go to the
And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
why is mine
Yeah, I'm just concerned that sometimes we deal with things in the middle and it doesn't get out to the outlying.
I need to talk to Marie about that because, sorry.
No, I'm just concerned that there are farms around there that are quite a long way out.
I'm saying, what I'm suggesting, Marie, is that at some stage, nothing to do with this question, but you could use the parish council website to just remind outlying
Yes,
people
yes.
that
So they are
where
important.
they're as
and
important.
we need
Well,
them
I think we're going to do a
involved.
newsletter, is what I was going to suggest for next week,
Yeah.
and communicate to everybody.
Yeah, certainly with planning they'd be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you can see it on here, and hopefully on your computer it's not going to be Russian. So I'm going to find out why somehow.
Goes-
Oh,
Can I
yes.
just...
I've been looking at you now, Marie.
Calories.
She's got a
It's
camera
told
up.
me to put tape in.
Yeah.
I've got tape
Yeah.
on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
That's terrible. To do that.
You don't know your way if you don't. Be careful.
No.
Might be page
Can
3.
you,
Don't joke.
can you move it down? Yeah. Just one second. No, sorry.
It was ridiculous when I
Right,
first
well,
started
move the
going.
map down. Move the
Yes.
map down the
Yours.
screen.
Right.
Right, that's it.
So they say. So they say.
Trying
Yes,
to
Yeah.
find
But it's like, I've got a
This is why there's builders, I wouldn't it into the Library Village,
Yeah,
because then that's where I
last
leave it at the moment.
Christmas,
Yeah.
Christmas before. And I hide it. I can still talk to them. But it's going to be round the corner.
Anyway,
Okay?
I was going to show you something, I can't work
Yeah,
out
well,
my
I
head,
know
so...
that's you, you know, something wrong in the house.
Right.
That I'm talking to this.
Yeah, right, moving on to the next point 8. Volunteer distribution team, right there. So, I've had a contact from Anne Wright, who's part of Save Dunchurch, and they said they were willing to help the distribution. And they've given me a list of roads that will be done. I don't know where Daisy Meadow is. It's Daisy Meadow.
Sounds new.
said he's willing to help with everything. Anne Wright is doing Dunchurch, Guys Common Square, School Street, Southern Road, Dunchurch Hall, and Hall Close.
Excellent.
Paul Boindeville is doing Dathan Meadow again. So it's lived in this.
Must be near you.
It's not in there.
Where it's daughter lives.
There it is. Paul Gallagher's doing Dunchurch Close. Alison Brimley is doing Barnwell Close, Buccleuch Close, Halfway Lane, and Coventry Road. Libby Thompson's doing London Lane. Paul Smith is doing Bilton Lane, Bristol Avenue. Mal McCartney's doing Howard Close, Horston Lane, Cox Crescent, Northampton Lane. Mike and Pat Judge, Ferries Close, Rugby Road, Atkinson Avenue, Lime Tree, Bilton Green Cottages. Carol Seeger's doing Waring Way, Critchley Drive, Vicarage Lane. So
What's left?
we've got to write a list of what's
I was
left.
going to say,
Do we actually have a list of the roads
They are all
in the parish that we don't?
No.
They asked for this.
Yeah, sure.
Because we don't get a copy of it. I just gave me a list of names of electors, and I think this isn't what I've asked for. I've asked for a list of addresses.
They have a list of all the areas, all the streets.
Well, I did think just go on.
Could, Erica, I just wonder if those could be plotted on a map, and so you can just have, you can see all these yellow areas are dealt with, and these grey areas aren't.
I think we've got to do something like that.
Yes.
Because it's the outlying places, like any outlying farms that were in the parish, but there's also loads of other places like,
See Toffage on there.
Yes,
That's on there, is it?
No, it's not on there.
Toft isn't on there.
No.
Somebody's going to
All like round he's not on there.
We did talk about this at a meeting long ago,
Okay.
and I'm not quite sure what the result was, because I think somebody knew where all these.
Do you have minutes of those whole
There
meetings?
will be
They're on
minutes.
it.
I'd have to go
They're on the website.
No,
It
I
was-
wanted
it
there
was
a good look.
quite a while ago.
But there's a lot of new builds since then. A lot of new builds
Yeah.
and individual new builds. There's new houses down Toft near David. There's all those new houses across the road. So
Well, I'm going to say what I can do. I could do Dew Close, Sanford Way. We've got Neighbourhood already, that's by me. Brookview.
Tyre is it?
Are you willing to? Are you?
Our area's being covered by Carol Seeger, but I'm happy to do a chunk.
Yeah,
somewhere.
me too. I just
You
need
just
to know.
need to-
The only one I know is
Roads.
Atkinson Avenue.
Yeah.
Does it go down it? Well,
Yeah, but that's.
But that's being done by the
Oh, is it?
duties.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I think we do need a list of what the parish consists of, and then tick off what's being covered.
I wondered if the town council would have lists of.
Somebody must have them.
That's what I've asked for. And they sent me a list of electors, and I said, I know, I just want a list of all the roads, all the addresses.
Not big.
What about the
the
post
roads.
office?
Yeah, I was going to suggest.
Post office must have areas.
But that's
They probably don't cover, they probably don't cover
Right.
They wouldn't have got it.
parishes.
Shall we go to the post office and ask her? She might even know who to contact for the names of the streets, not the people.
Because they put them through doors.
Yeah,
So
I'll ask the
Yeah.
post office, I'll go down after you.
But I can give you a list of roads already.
Yes,
If anybody wants
yeah.
to start taking some. So, you could have, there is Mill Farm Close.
See, I don't know where they are.
They are near off Sanford Way. They're little.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do Dunchurch Hall.
That's where they live.
A lot of them were.
Round there, where they're
So,
done.
yeah.
Was Toft done?
Or
No, Tough needs to be done.
I'll do that, Eric.
Oh, do you live there or?
Yeah, but if you want to do it, I'll do that.
Yeah, well, I'll do it. I don't.
Right, Erica's going to do Tough area. Dew Close is me. Sanford Way is me. Brookview is me. Newcombe Close will be me. Erica's all
What
covered.
about Northampton Lane, Wilson Lane, Russell Avenue?
Russell Avenue.
Paul Smith's doing that, isn't he?
Atkinson Avenue, Lantry's been done. Ferris Close, Wilson Lane, Northampton Lane, Cox Crescent. So that literally like the north part of the village is being
But not Bilton Lane.
No, it just says Bill
And
Bridge.
there are roads off Bilton
Yeah,
Lane.
Bilton Lane, Paul Smith's doing it. Russell Avenue, Howard Close. There's West Western Way, there was a road down there, they're not being covered.
Where's that?
This way, I think.
What about School Street here?
We could
Yeah,
just on the
and
We'll
Wright's
make
doing
Tracy
it,
do
and
it.
Wright's doing it.
Tracy can do that.
Dorsetty?
That's
Yeah,
been
she
done.
said that.
Right,
Rugby Road?
Rugby Road is,
There's a lot on Rugby Road.
Rugby Road has not been covered.
Oh, I could probably do that.
Okay,
And Earl Gardens.
you want to do our gardens as well?
Well, it's off Rugby Road, isn't it? Just,
We'll have to be amusing if that turns out to be Daisy Meadows.
Would
yeah, I've
find
been
out.
walked down there. I
It's
can't
not
remember
good.
seeing Daisy
I know,
Meadows.
I didn't know Daisy Meadows is. I'm going to ask.
Dunchurch may go.
Well,
There's no houses there.
Oh, why don't I Google it?
Is somebody doing Guy's Club
Where's Guy's Club again?
down here on the road?
Right, okay. Oh, yes. Guys, Common.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right close. So who's doing Atkinson Avenue?
Someone, you
Someone.
mentioned,
Judges.
it.
Oh, they haven't put this, well, they just, didn't they have to include this side closest to them? Right close and Terry John close.
What was it?
Right.
Daisy Meadow, was it?
Yeah.
Daisy Meadow, yeah, how interesting. That none of us have heard of it.
I don't think it's going to come up. No, the nearest is Daisy Close in Coventry.
It couldn't be one of the new developments, could it?
Which one? What?
Maybe.
Right over the other side
Yeah.
towards Coulston.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like the name of a development.
Yes, it does. Yeah. But I've never seen it. I've not seen it on one
No,
of these
haven't
yellow signs or anything.
But the development names and then the street names, they can be different. So if they're actually
Sure,
to
yeah.
people are living there, it would be the street name.
Yeah.
Why did the name come up?
Because it's written down.
Oh,
So somebody's doing it, so we needn't
Yeah.
worry about it.
No, no, just,
Yeah.
just
Let's
wonder where
not
it
dwell
was.
on it.
But we do have to be careful to cover everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. Yeah, you don't want to miss anybody out.
Well, between now and the 16th, so the 16th is the day that we're all going to come here, get our
Packs.
packs, and off we go. So that day I'll have an audit for everywhere by then. And then anywhere that's not covered, I'll just have to write again. But the bottom of Dunchurch's covered, Vicarage Lane is covered. There's no more covered.
Is Coulston Lane covered?
Western Lane is covered, Hampton Lane is covered. Western Close, that's what I could think of.
Oh,
Howard
yes.
Close, who's doing Howard Close? Paul Smith's choosing to do Wilton Lane, so we need Wilton Close, who's doing that? Somewhere. What's she doing?
I still think we need a map. And to plot these on
Yes.
a colour.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's right.
red is being done.
Yes.
Yellow
That's the
needs to be
easiest
done.
way.
Yeah.
And then you can see where they are. And
Yeah.
Will
Is that
could-
really, is that
You can
exactly
do it.
what
I
we're
don't know,
doing?
could,
It's
yes, I'm
easy.
also thinking, you know when you get like a Tesco delivery or something like that and you
Yeah.
click on things and you get lists of houses and streets.
That's a point.
Yeah.
Where do you get things like that from there?
In Tesco?
Yeah, but where do they get it from?
Yes.
Royal Mail,
Yes, exactly,
I
yeah.
would guess.
Yeah, well, I'll go to the post office.
Yeah. Right.
And
okay.
ask,
I'll put my
where we
cards
can
up
get
there.
it.
I'll think about how to do a map that would do the job.
Job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
It's
might
just a
be Google
street
Map.
map,
It might
basically,
just be another version of that, Google Map.
but we need the list to correspond with the
The
street.
good news is,
Maybe we could ask our borough
Most of it's
councillors
done.
to put pressure on the people, the administrators at the council to hurry up and provide our parish council with what they want.
Your idea.
All those addresses are the sort of village of Dunchurch, aren't they?
yeah, it has to be parish of Dunchurch.
Parish,
So
yes.
it's going out, yeah.
So there's all the farms.
Yeah.
None of those are covered on
No.
that.
No.
Actually, there's farms down, if you go down Saffron Road, there's a farm.
That might be
Yeah, there is
outside
on the
this.
left. Yeah.
That's why I was
They
interested
went
in the
down
line.
Yeah.
Farms have big dogs.
Oh, I saw that, for goodness sake.
I sang Tracy with their big dogs.
Yeah.
She doesn't care for dogs. send you the list of where everybody's going. Yeah. I'm going to write that down as a job for you to do. Volunteer distribution team. So Green sends this. I send it to everybody every morning. And Erica, Matt here, if possible. And then can we start cross-referencing the list? If a few of us do it, so we don't miss anything off what we can, and I will.
Yeah. And then, I mean, like, I haven't said I'm do anything, so I can fill in wherever.
Same here,
Yeah.
Jan, I've given
Yeah.
you, you've got Mill Farm Close and Hazelwood Close.
Hazelwood.
Close. And you can have Newcombe Close, because they're all tiny.
I'm happy to do the farms.
Newcombe.
I'll take my gun.
Farms.
I don't have a gun, by the way.
I'm not sure he was
If you have,
joking.
you've got the
actually.
No, I wasn't
relevant
joking.
licence, haven't you?
No, I
Relevant
don't need a
licence.
licence, so I don't have a gun.
You said,
Oh, I
it was
see.
you said it was a fishing rod, but I wasn't sure.
I think it was one of them big jobs.
Yeah, my father-in-law's got a few of those, but his licence is all right.
Guns.
So if you came on the day, we do all sorts of work beforehand, but on the day, there could be a bit of ad hoc work.
Yeah, hopefully there's not much left, but yeah. But it doesn't matter if it rolls out to the next day.
I was going to
Okay.
say, surely there'll be a
Yeah.
time
So
window.
this is,
won't there?
Simon said, it should be a week really.
Mm.
But Melvin before reiterated that, he thinks it's best for one day because sometimes when one person's right
Yeah.
had it,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
brings that level of upset, we don't want that for anybody.
Are the people who aren't involved in this group, are they going to be informed that they're going to be here on that day?
Yes, they've been
Right.
informed, I believe, by Anne already, but I'll be able to
Right,
inform them again.
Do we know the date of this?
16th of January.
Is there a time?
There hasn't been a time set, no, great question.
The library's
I'm
open,
good at
isn't it,
those.
on that day?
Yeah. But I could close it in the morning. I could close it for an hour, they'll start later.
I don't think it needs to be closed, does it?
No.
So you might
9
have to
o'clock?
pick up.
9 o'clock too early for people?
No, no.
Get on, go and
So
go.
it'll just be a pick-up
Just
time.
picking up. Just pick up your areas.
Okay.
Because I think it's getting here, I think days and days before. And then
Then it just needs separating out, isn't it?
we need to do it. There will be a job, we need to start
It's an
stuffing.
admin job, isn't
There
it?
is going to be nothing that's been asked for volunteers, bodies to
Yeah.
start stuffing envelopes. You have to get it to stuff in the envelope. I'm happy to do that.
Will be that week.
It will be that week. But because I said this to Simon, when is the exact date? He's not sure of the exact date. So as soon as I had the exact day, I thought I was going to fire it out to everybody to say,
It's next week, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
it's
I
next
think I
week.
can do that.
Well, the thing is, I think it's one of those things that you can do at home, isn't it? It's no issue. Just get
Oh,
on the
yeah.
kitchen table and
We could
phone
probably
it
do some
up.
at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you're desperate.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So when I know they're here, I'll contact them.
then we'll collect some.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll start. I think I'll just stay here with my children.
If you gave us
Yeah.
exact numbers of envelopes for our patch
Areas.
that were known,
That's
plus
the thing.
the leaflets, we could do them at home.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Take both and then
Yeah,
put the leaflets in the envelopes at home.
because you're putting in a returns envelope, aren't you?
Yes,
Yeah, as well.
yeah.
But I don't know, it's administratively easy.
Yes. Is the clerk here then? Although it's nothing to do with the
She's
clerk.
not employed until 1st of
Oh,
February.
right.
Probably first for, but she's coming tonight's meeting,
Yeah.
and she's going to do, because she's still covering, doing her role job, because they couldn't recruit the clerk in time. Her integrity is great, so she wants to do her best for them, but also just trying to do what she can for us, so we're trying to, tweak the two really. Okay, so that finds it. 9, date to complete statistical analysis questionnaire. They're going to be given 3 weeks.
Okay.
It says it on the letter.
Mhm.
I'm sure it's 3.
To collect the information.
3 weeks that we have to have it analysed.
And then I dare say we're building a slight leeway, or we'll just...
You think that's quick?
I suppose if they get on with it, then it doesn't
Oh, no. In terms of the analysis, in terms of the statistical analysis of the questionnaire by the district council, I think he said, we'll have to double check this with Simon, it can take 2, it depends how much they get received back. It could take a month, it could
Oh,
take
of
2
course.
months.
Of course, yeah.
So you're talking about
Stratford.
Stratford District Council.
Ooh.
So they're a proper entity that they're
Oh,
a
right.
sideline, that they do this as a
now.
an outsource, yeah.
Are we going to send out prompts like you've got a week to get it back?
On the website,
Yeah, website,
definitely.
okay, yeah. And also the link will be put on the website.
Yes.
To complete it.
And I dare say someone will put it on FODS as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we're head everywhere as much as we can. The market might be marketing. So we're going to put that, add that to the distribution team. Market. Website.
Sorry, so just to get back to individual residents, they'll have 3 weeks. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Approximately,
Yeah.
because they won't all be delivered.
Which is fair enough.
Because it gives them enough time, not too much time that they forget about it. Apparently that's the normal. Point 10, short-term programme going forwards. Key events, milestones to include. Adoption questionnaire, circulation questionnaire, results questionnaire, dinner list. I got this from Malvin. Malvin put this on there, so I just took it out. Election chairperson, blah 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 blah. I think we move point 10 to another time, another date, but we'll take points from it.
Yes, because we have already got.
Because we've done 1, we've done 2, we've done 3. Nearly done 4, 4's halfway done. 5 we'll do next time. I think we need to agree a date for a formal planning meeting with Neil, but we can't agree that date until we know his availability. So I'll be thinking.
Well, you mean after the results?
No, so we should be meeting Neil. So Neil Pearson is the gentleman that is the consultant that we haven't met yet.
Right.
And he's the one that's going to be assisting us remote with actually creating a neighbourhood plan itself. So Simon gets all the data, he provides that to us, we meet Neil and then we go through everything, but in the meantime we meet with Neil to understand what Neil's going
So
to do.
it's like a
next.
preliminary.
Yeah. So I was going to suggest sometime in February, but I thought if I contact Neil and find out and then
Yeah.
contact you all on email to say
Yeah.
this date. Is there any dates you definitely can't do in February?
I'm going to be away for a week in February. I don't know which. In fact, 2 weeks in February. I don't know which 2.
Okay.
So I can't. Hopefully. Yes, half term is in February. So not during half term, which is the 14th and the 21st.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'll do that. Later. And that's it.
Oh, good.
So-
An idea? You know that we deliver the leaflet
Yeah.
and then there's 3 weeks. Yeah. A lot of people put it on the side and forget about it. Is there any process of sort of reminding them there's a week left?
We're going to put it on the website.
Yeah, so we're going to put alerts on the website,
Right,
alerts,
sorry, I don't.
alerts on the Facebook page, so
Right.
on the council page, the library page, the FODS page,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to do one.
I've got a list of about 50 email addresses that I send Neighbourhood Watch.
Yeah, send that to them.
So I could
Yeah,
use
I
that
think
list.
That's a great idea.
Any sort of local,
Yeah, totally.
Because all of those are people who don't use the internet much.
Exactly. And they're the people that you need to try to, and now we could put signs up in here, and signs up in the notice board, and the post office, I thought.
yeah, wherever people go.
Would you like to create a sign?
Yeah, I was just thinking I could do something like, so starting at 21, going down to 1, and then all you've got to do is just whip you've got 10 days to go, you've got 9 days to go, you've got 8 days to go, and just a little pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will do that.
Jane?
I suppose
Great.
if you're going to produce something, not along those lines, but something just with the end date on, places like the Dunchurch post
the
office,
Well,
the
the
paper,
Dunchurch-
shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dunchurch we're going to put a notice board up. So that gives from certain.
And we've got our own noticeable, of course.
Yeah, but that, I mean, to go there and to undo it every day.
No, I was saying not,
Yeah.
Just
not
an overall,
that one,
Yeah.
just one that
Yeah.
says, just to remind me
Hello.
the end date.
Yeah.
Is the corner shop going to be a newspaper shop?
No,
No, it's going to be a
chiropractic.
chiropractors.
Oh.
You've had an email from
Oh,
him.
that's right. When you said that,
Where are you now?
I immediately scanned the village to see where the newspaper
Oh,
shop
right,
was.
I read
So I
There
made
is.
the connection.
There is, down
There is.
the road.
Never go there.
Oh, I don't.
I do.
Oh, I know where
Blue
you
shop.
are. Oh, I know.
The blue shop needs help.
Well, some,
Needs
Uh,
help.
Yes.
It needs restoration,
Sunday
renovation.
Times.
I'm actually
Yes.
in the village.
Is it struggling?
I'm thinking.
No,
So
but
if
it
you come
just
back
needs
into the
updating, doesn't it?
I'm at the
I
library.
did it Saturday
It's
Times.
the other side
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah, I mean,
Postcode for that.
yeah, we
So
could, yeah, so now.
now she's quitting it.
Yeah.
You put down in this section, I can get the
I'm getting
postcode.
a little fix that going on.
What's this?
The Times subscription. That my mum has it and I used to get it and I just
got what we were saying.
Sorry. Sorry.
No.
We were saying about
CV 22.
putting things up in the pub,
Yes.
and then you went into chiropractic.
6 p.m.
So
Oh
what
yes,
I
about the
actually
corner
do,
shop.
Yes.
It was going to be
Yeah,
And
and
a
I can't
coffee shop and a wine bar in the evening. It sounded wonderful. That was their application to the council. In September.
Posters on places.
3 or 4 days ago,
Shops.
they changed it to chiropractic places can work 3 days a week.
And you'll see my
And
car
printed in
behind
here.
me.
Village amenities.
No,
Yeah.
What are you
sad.
yeah, I mean we can, but the only thing is, I mean I remember
Okay,
Jan's
okay.
posters that she put up, and also the ones that I put up for the art week in Dunchurch. Fortunately, I didn't do them on the deluge day when the heavens opened, because
I do.
yours just went
I know.
and you
So
couldn't see it.
down it.
So anything that's inkjet printed is rubbish. You know, it's got to be laser printed for it to stay. So yeah, and they do look a mess and they do look tacky
Yeah.
in the plastic sheets. I hate them.
Yeah.
I'd rather have 1 or 2 decent posters
Yeah.
somewhere, something in a shop which is covered, in the library which is covered, rather than these things hanging around lampposts which just look awful.
They
Post
do.
office and inside pubs are covered, quite a noticeable.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it from the inside, but I'm not doing things to go outside. It's a
How
waste
is
of
the
my time.
funding for this covered? I mean, is there a budget for this group?
There is a budget that you should see in your budget that you've received
Yeah.
for the parish.
Oh yes,
council.
I've studied.
I'm only £15 an hour now, I dropped it.
No, I'm just saying, so supposing Jane spends, I don't know, 20, 30 pounds on something, what's the process? What does she do to get her money back?
I think you just put your money in if you
Put your
put
invoice
your
in.
invoice.
Into
I've never
her?
charged for
No, I don't
anything.
charge. I don't even order me to charge.
No.
For printing.
No, but if we're talking about laminating and all the rest of it, you know.
But we're not.
We're not going to laminate.
But we're not.
No, but if we were,
Yeah.
Well, that would be a different conversation.
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be a different
And that would
conversation.
be from the pot. There's a pot of money. There's currently, I think, £10,000 that's meant to cover everything in relation to the makeup plan.
Oh.
All right,
So
that'll cover it,
part of
Jane.
it's going to cover
I've
the
told you already dropped
so
it.
printing
farm,
and the-
printing and whatever we've got
Yeah,
done.
which you're going to need for that sort of thing.
Because also then we have to pay the analysis one. This is when I do think when we have meeting in place we'll get more of an idea of stages, processes, because we're a little bit we're going partly blind. But, you know, we're doing our best so far, I think.
Why did you say that?
Because I don't know stages 3, 4 and 5, what happens, the detail of what happens.
Okay.
I know what happens now, I don't know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happens
okay.
in 6 months' time.
This finance thing, I mean, if we have the group has a budget for a certain amount and it isn't used, do you lose that?
Yeah, you
Or
can't use that money, I believe, for anything else.
It can't go forward for any more planning
I think
applications.
most of it would be spent
it'll
on
be
this.
Well,
Yeah.
for
I don't think there'll be
advisors.
much left.
No, I'm just aware that this money seems to be freely given and then people are not aware you have it. Well, okay, it's allowed, it's allowed. And then if it's not used because people aren't aware of it, it's lost.
Yeah, yeah.
Most of it is going for the consultation
It's
and
paying for the experts.
so
Okay.
Yeah.
it's pretty much allocated, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a sensible figure,
Yes,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Someone clicking my car outside.
Okay.
I'll
Do you
just
want
pop
to
out.
have David?
I'll be back.
Well, we're going, aren't
We're
we?
finishing now, I
We're
think.
finished.
Oh, well, I wanted to have a chat with them.
Okay.
No, you're up to that, yeah.
Do you want me to take you home?
No, only a minute.
Bit of walk?
It's goes Bobbler.
Run,
No, I'm
Margaret,
coming
run! Right, well, I'm entering the meeting at 11:52.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you, folks.
Finish, Paul!
Don't encourage him to come in here, will you, Mr. Chairman?
They're still being taken. You can turn it off. And we can speak freely.
Right,
I've got
that's
marking
good.
to do.
Still,
Marking, what work.
still.
Nice back.
What's at home?
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice back, I like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
marking, I've got 89 leadership and management, 3,000 word reports to marking. I've been marking since last week. So I hit exact targets. That's why I'm like, shit. And then when people saying the same thing, I just think, oh, come on. And then when people have to very well, you think, oh, I really need to look hunting for marks and where I can, and then writing essays back, well, you can do
And you're so answerable these days, aren't you, for what you award. In the old days, it was all secret and the results came out.
Yeah, that
Dog.
was it. Yeah.
But
And
no
they do,
more.
they say, why
Everything can be
haven't we
challenged.
got?
No,
Why have I got
anything
85%?
to challenge
Why
now.
haven't I got 100%?
Yeah.
Why haven't I got this? And it's
Yeah.
always the people that don't attend
Of a certain
meetings,
type.
yes. And you think, they come and then we also now have to have one-to-one feedbacks.
Yeah.
We provide one-to-one feedback. So it's
Right.
interesting times.
Do you record those meetings?